Oh, we are live, but I'm going to play a intro real quick for everybody. All right, and we are live. So tonight we have a fantastic panel, and I'll just go right and then to the bottom. We have Hot Pocket Paul, who needs all your votes.
Yep, I can even put a link.
Yo,
I can even put a link in the chat if you.
yo,
No,
his,
at the end of the show. At the end of the show.
yo, hot pocket Paul, yo, I love it. I
Hot
love it,
pocket.
man. Hot pocket.
Okay.
Go ahead,
So yeah,
Paul.
I'm here, ready to go, ready to have discussion. Let's rock.
He's excited. He's on his pumped up nitro motor scooter. He's got a lot of energy tonight. Drank lots of coffee. He's
Oh, yeah,
all
I
in
wish.
tonight. And then we have the ever amazing Infinite, who joined me on the Modern Warfare 2 beta. It took us a little while to get the codes together, right, Infinite?
No, I went pre-ordering mine. I said forget it. I got tired of waiting for a code.
All right, nice. So how you been?
What's going on, guys?
Right? Hey, Dred's in the house. What's up, there, brother?
Oh,
I didn't know who that was. I was like, wait a minute.
Presentation here right now. We got a special presentation right now.
This
Dreadpool
man
in
stepped
the
through the
building.
fog
Thank you very much.
like Snoop Doggy Dog. He just came out of nowhere here.
He's like LL Cool J, made a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
That's right.
Yeah, he's been here for years.
There you go.
And then we have the ever most electrifying man in all YouTube land. His name is P. Kizzle Entertainment. What's going on?
What?
Hey, listen.
Oh, yuck. What
It is the
hell?
most electrifying man in all entertainment right here. But I tell you what, man, I appreciate Dreadpool sneaking his in the back door here. You know, was
Whoa.
expecting that. I
No
appreciate
comment.
you
No,
coming.
no comment.
No. I mean it 100%. No pause all day. Let's do it. Hey,
100,
look.
right? 100.
Hey, look. Seriously, man. Hey, thanks for coming through, bro. This is
Yeah, no
it's
problem.
definitely a pleasant surprise since the last time we was playing Forza, and it's the last time I talked to him. But hey, thanks for coming through. Hey, we got a lot of good topics here. I think even Dreadpool is gonna be like, you know what? I got a lot to say. I got a loaded gun right here, ready to pop off. So let's get it, guys.
All right. And then we have our proper British friend who speaks the proper way of British because I can't speak British. I don't know if he's ever told you that. But his name is Animated Evil. So what's going on, buddy?
We've all told you that.
Yo, this dude thinks he
Yeah,
has the sexier voice.
Yo. Now listen. PK, hang on a sec, right? I do not speak the proper British because I'm not from down south where the king lives, because we've got a king now rather than the queen, because she's. However, I don't speak the proper English. I speak a weird amalgamation of whatever the fuck's going on up north where I live. Yeah, really excited to be here today. Really excited to be here today. And I've not seen Dreadpool in forever. So a massive thank you for you jumping in, brother.
You still don't see him, but it's
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I was gonna
well,
say.
it's fine. Do you know what? I hear him. I can see him in my soul. It's fine. I'm good.
whoa.
Yeah,
that's-
I'm looking forward.
You need to back
I'm looking
up
forward
there.
to the show. No, that's
This
fine.
You know-
it's fine,
right
it's
here.
fine.
You
Got
guys,
serious real quick, boys.
Triple,
Yeah.
you need to put some ice on this cat. Yeah,
you,
he's a
you
little-
guys were sneaking in the
He
back door,
he-
seeing you in your
he may have
soul. You
to.
guys are not
He
right.
might have to. Right. He might have to put some ice on me, I tell you. Right. But anyway, looking forward to the show. Great to be here. Let's go.
Oh yeah, you going to EGX?
I am in. I'm going to leave my house in about 12 hours time. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh, you are going to GEGX. Okay.
and
I am, yes.
and animated say he gonna bring some turn up the heat and bring some of that energy. So whenever he turn up, we're gonna have a old pineapple paw emoji run across the screen here.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
As long
full
as
of
he has his
energy
pants
tonight.
on.
I'm full of energy tonight, even though it's almost midnight for me, but still full of energy. Let's go.
Was that a slide or a complaint? Wait a minute. Let's turn back
No.
time, man. Let's turn back time. You with us, we good. You know what I'm saying? If you was
Let's
here, we'd be getting a cold one right now.
let
It's
let
5 o'clock somewhere.
let's leave it there and introduce the rest of the panel first, and then we can go. Right?
Yes.
My
So
bad. My
PK,
bad.
you know what? I'll let you introduce Dreadpool since you haven't talked to him in a while.
Yo, Dreadpool, the guy with the pew pew guns up in his picture. You know what I'm saying? This the man that always likes eating all kinds of cuisines and stuff I ain't never heard of or can pronounce. I can't pronounce half that stuff, but man knows food. That's all I know. I'm Little Jelly. Hey man, I feel like he should come up this way. He will go crazy, man. It definitely got a lot of places to eat. But hey, man, again, thanks for coming through, bro. Always a pleasure having a long lost partner that's always out in the streets, hitting the mean streets, eating up all the food. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, man. Hey, how you been, Dreadpool? And tell people what's up.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the intro. I can't wait to try the food you guys got up there. I'm excited to travel again. But right now, this is the closest I'm doing some traveling, and that's going to be here on the podcast. But I got to tell you, EGX is looking really good. I've been checking out some of our fellow community members, and it's really cool stuff that they've been pushing out there. So it's great to see that people are exploring and expanding their horizons with the gaming. So, but yeah, thank you for having me and let me slide into the show here.
I
Yeah.
like how you said slide in.
Right
Hey,
to
you
the
know
top.
what? I think it's cool since you brought it up. And animators going to EGX. I think it would be cool because not everybody know what that is. Anime, you think you can like expand on that? Tell people what that is and why is this so exciting?
Yeah, absolutely, I can do that. The reason is it's the biggest sort of game convention in the UK, right? So this is basically for people like me, E3, right? So we're all going down to London. We're gonna take over a massive hall, and we're gonna see new games, and there's gonna be developers there. There's gonna be new games, all kinds of things like that. I've never done EGX before, so I was tempted to do the full weekend. There's friends of mine that are doing the full weekend. I'm doing one day only. I'm lucky enough to be able to stay with a friend over the weekend and then go down to London on the Saturday. But it is basically E3 for the UK people. That's the best thing I can describe it as, because we've got nothing like you've got your E3, you've got your Comic Cons. It's very rare for us to have this type of thing in the UK.
So it's
So
like an E1.
It's an E1. Yeah, it's E1 for UK.
Hey
Right?
man,
Yeah.
that's a celebration to be honest, because we need
No.
more gaming celebrations all around the world. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. So that sounds awesome. And I feel like animated, you should bring some compromising pictures back to show everyone when you come back.
Yeah, we need some face reveals for some of those guys.
There'll definitely be some compromising pictures. So tomorrow morning, before I leave for E3 tomorrow, I'm gonna plug my phone into the PC and delete every picture I've
No.
got off my phone, right?
Yeah.
Just so I've got space to
Oh,
take
okay, got
pictures
you.
and videos.
Well, just so
of
you
every
know, we
motherfucker I meet, right?
He's
We
taking
don't
off
need any
his kids' pictures are all gone all of a sudden, never gonna hook them up again.
Yeah.
You,
No,
you,
he got a
Yeah.
Baby
flash
pictures
drive for
getting
that.
deleted.
He got a flash drive.
it's sad. I just thought about the shirt that I wanted to set up and everything on my Teespring, but you guys won't be able to like order it and wear it to the EGX. It was going to say "God rest the Queen."
Oh,
Well, maybe yeah.
Can't make money off of something
So
like that,
I'm
though.
planning.
So,
I'm planning on going in my
Why
my
not?
old
They say
version of
free
Four
R.
Guys
Kelly
with
and
Cause
get money.
t-shirt. So I should have ordered. I should have asked Clowns to get me a 4GQ TV press t-shirt. I didn't ask, but
I mean,
I'm
you
going.
can always
I am
just spray
definitely going
paint
to be.
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
I could. I could.
just
But I will be in my Four
Ju-
Guys with Quarters t-shirt. That's
rip off a couple
that's the gravy, right?
fingernails. Rip off a
Yeah.
couple fingernails and draw staff in blood.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we just want you to have a good time and show everybody how
absolutely,
good of a
absolutely.
time that you
Yeah.
did have. Especially, we love to hear about all the games you got to try out and etc. Bro, like that stuff
Do you
is
know-
always exciting.
That's really the main,
Do you know
most
what I'm really
important
excited
thing.
about? Do you know what I'm really excited about? Is not only the games, is the people that I have already arranged to meet. A lot of the people that are in the community that are from the UK are
who you
agreeing to
visiting?
say, "Yeah,
Let's
let's
drop
meet
some
up."
names.
No,
No name dropping.
So
no
the
name dropping. You're gonna have to
the
wait for
best
the
part
pictures
about this-
on 4GQ TV, right? You're gonna
Okay.
need. You're gonna have to wait. The people that are watching right now are gonna have to wait to see who I meet, who I talk to, and it will be on the 4GQ TV channel. You know,
I'm
you
cool
sure,
with
right?
it.
here's the best
Hey.
thing about this is you're sharing the hobby, you're getting in with the rest of the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
community, and meet and greet, and that's like the best thing. But here's another thing you should do. That 4GQ TV, everybody that you meet, get a silver Sharpie and get them to sign it.
Ooh, that's
That way
hot.
you have signatures of everybody that you met there.
That's hot.
I've
Hey,
actually
treat him
got
like a passport. Put some stickers all
I've-
over him.
Do you know what? I have actually got a silver Sharpie downstairs in my. And do you know what that T-shirt I'm gonna wear? Do you know what? That's a fucking grand idea. That is a seriously grand idea. Yeah, why not? Right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, man. That's what's up.
So-
and guys, if you're watching this, if you see me at 4G, if you see me repping 4GQ TV at EGX, and you're going to go there, and I'm sure a few of the followers are going to be there, hit me up. You know what I look like. I might not know what might not know what you look like, but come and see me. Say hello. We can hang out. We can share a milkshake. Whatever.
Yeah. No,
Ooh.
absolutely.
Okay.
All my
but-
notations are the bullshit.
Ooh.
God.
I don't know
Real-
if y'all caught that last one, but I did. So I'm just gonna say
$20.
I'm interested. I'm interested.
Let's hope Mickey D's ice cream machine's up.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Well-
okay. Real quick, there's one question he didn't answer for people who may not know what it is. What does EGX stand for?
Listen, leave it to Paul to want to just define the damn thing. Okay, no, just play it. Go ahead.
Well, he's going. He should know. I'm just saying.
Something
You know?
Oh, wow.
It's something Game Expo. I don't know what the E stands
How you
for.
gonna
It's
how you gonna put this man on the spot like that?
That's
Yeah,
my
he
job.
ate
That's
him
what
up.
I'm here
He
for.
ate him up.
That's
he's
why
got a
I'm
problem.
here.
It's
All right, Paul. All right, Paul.
Dirty.
Nobody knows
something
what does it
Game
mean.
Expo, right?
I don't know. It's not my job. I'm not going.
He said, "That's not my job. I'm not going." He said, "I know
This
that if
man.
I was going."
So, all right.
Okay, I
So
don't know what the E stands
I-
for, but Games Expo is GX, right?
Electronic Game Expo.
Games Expo. There we go. That'll do.
Or a game and
Sounds
expo,
good.
yeah. I
It's
mean, that's
same,
good.
Same
Yeah.
thing with E3 means. So it's
Like
just they just
Electronic
did a
Game and
different-
Monthly, right? You know,
It's the
almost
same.
the
It's,
same.
it's exactly what E3 means. So here we go. Let's move it.
So, all right. So I want to make an announcement. For some reason, like our viewers are fluctuating. So if there's anybody that's messing with the channel out there, and then you come in here and then you say anything funny, we're just gonna mute you because we're not, blind to what some people in the community are doing now, like getting jealous and stuff. So that's your prerogative, but we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna talk about stuff. And the first thing that I really want to talk about is the Modern Warfare 2 beta. I don't know who's played it. I know, well, I do. At Infinite and I played it. PK can hop in it right now, but I don't think he has. He's busy playing JRPGs.
I have not played any games all day, to be honest. But I might check out the beta. I might. I told you guys before, I ain't no fraud. I'm not a Call of Duty guy. I'll play it, but I'm not a Call of Duty guy.
Okay.
However, if everyone on the panel is excited, I'm excited for you. I'm all about that life. I heard Infinite upset. You should make sure Infinite got his daggone code, clowns, before he came over to
He
your house
asked
and made a
Lemon for
sandwich.
several codes too. He asked Lemon. He's like,
Yeah,
Lemon.
I was asking everybody. I had to spend $70 for one.
I was reaching out too. I haven't got one either.
You have to spend what?
I told anybody whoever wanted to run to GameStop to pick up the pre-order, I would pay $5 for their beta codes. I would PayPal it to them so they could put $5 down and get the beta codes, because you always get 3 beta codes when you go to GameStop. They always give you 3.
Can I just rewind a little bit there? You had to pay what for a code?
Yeah,
Well, you pre-order the game, but you can put $5 down on it. You get that $5 back when you don't pre-order it, when you don't pick it up. It just stays on your account at GameStop. But they'll have, you put $5 down to pre-order it, and then you pay for the rest when you go to pick it up. If you don't pick it up, you don't pay nothing. But they give you the codes for the pre-order. They give you the codes for the beta on your receipt. They'll give you 3 of them. It's always been 3 for Call of Duty. But
we
nobody wanted to do it.
We were in a party chat earlier, and isn't the free beta coming in 2 days' time?
Yeah, it's still coming in 2 days' time.
So why pay for it? It's the free beta's coming in 2 days' time. Why pay for
Because
it?
nobody wants to wait 2 days to get it.
I'm fine. It's all good.
You see, PK said it earlier. He's like, America.
Yeah.
Well, part of it too is when
that's not
part
part
of
of
it,
reason, dude. That's
part
not
of it. Part of it is to get in before the open beta is because the open, just like a first day of a game, it gets slammed. So if you really want to get a look at it, sometimes it's better to get into the beta before it's fully open.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Paul's dropping some common sense.
At the end of the day,
pineapples on pizza.
At the end of the day, this man is excited to play it, so he's willing to go the distance, and that's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
I'm all about that light infinite. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no judgment over here.
You know what? We got to give Yobi a shout out.
Thanks, Yobi.
I'm gonna put this on the screen here for a second. So, by the way, in case you guys don't know, it is PK's birthday passed on the 20th, but I would like to wish him a very happy birthday because he is the most electrified man in all YouTube land. And hold on, I gotta.
Do you know what? PK, don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Once,
man,
I'm thinking once Clowns will get it right, okay? Clowns will get it right eventually. He's trying his best, bless him.
That's an unfair expectation. I'm just happy, and I'm glad for all the love. Hey, thanks everyone. Thank you. Shout out to Yobi.
There's a
Shout
lot
out
of people
to Clowns.
clapping.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
I appreciate that.
I just tagged you on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
See?
You appreciate that one.
Well, I know I like getting tagged. Thank you. Hey,
so
listen.
So everybody heard it here first. He likes getting tagged on Twitter. So put him in those big chains and say, pass this on.
No.
Tag him in those big Twitter chains. Like, hey, pass this on for good luck. The next 10 people that you tag will have good luck.
Hey, you may not. Hey, you might get anyone out there and tag me. I mean, dropping Steam codes. We promise is happening. Who wants to get some Steam codes? This is mystery bundle, mystery birthday pass bundle. Here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So, before Infinite and I get into this Modern Warfare 2 stuff, animated, Dreadpool, Hot Pocket, Rocket Paul, anything that you guys want to say?
Hot Pocket,
No,
Rocket
no.
Ball.
No,
That's the most fantastic name I've ever
Can't
heard.
remember what show we're on, Carlo. Jesus.
Rocket.
What?
The Hot Pocket
I
Rocket.
He said a Hot
Wait a
Pocket
minute.
Rocket
Hold
Ball.
on. Wait a minute. Paul, ain't it your name? Don't you need to remember what show you on? It's your name.
Not the rocket part. That had nothing to do with me.
I mean,
Hot Pocket
look at
Rocket.
I see
look at your
rockets on the
avatar.
back-
It's fitting.
Yeah, on the back of your wheelchair, I see rockets. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Absolutely, Dragon Hat Yobi, and yes, we do need to get Paul to be the winner of that competition he's entered in.
I didn't
He
even
really
realize I had to
does.
vote for him every day. You just
Yeah,
now telling
every
me
day.
that. I was like,
Yeah,
didn't I vote for you
you
already?
gotta vote for him every single day. That's right. You just
For
don't forget.
today
Just,
and the next 3 days, please. Yes.
All right, well,
I'm-
send me.
Yep,
Send me.
please do.
When he puts the link up, I'm gonna click on it and vote again. There you go.
I'm gonna put the messages. Hot Pocket Rocket Paul, please vote.
Yeah,
And then I think you'll catch on. You know, it might go trending with that. name.
yeah. Trend that.
Oh,
Trend setter.
All
I
right.
like it.
So Modern Warfare 2 beta, right? Infinite was playing. I was playing. Infinite. Tell me how you feel. Your thoughts, man. Your love for the game and the old school Call of Duty trash talk was in there. Tell me about it.
It was Call of Duty.
He's like,
And finished. It's Call of Duty. Yeah,
so
whatever.
what was it worth your pre-order? Did you like what you played?
Listen,
That's just wrong.
I didn't pre-order the game because I solely wanted to play it. I pre-ordered the game because I wanted to play it with my brothers.
That's right.
So that's why.
Well,
So-
I'm gonna play with you, brother.
Yeah, that's why I got in on it. Yeah,
Jay,
you got
if-
game share. You got it, buddy. Download that beta, man. Let's play. Dad, we got some road company tomorrow, brother. I'm off. I got no plans.
Nice.
It's your life, bro. I'm down for whatever.
That's right. So Jay, if you're in the chat and you hear this, you better pre-order Call of Duty as well, so you could play with us. That's right. That's right, Jay. You hear me, Graphic God? I know you're listening. You're somewhere out there. So I've been playing it since it was on PlayStation. I picked up a beta code on PlayStation thanks to Aniba for $1 at the time, and I gotta say, like, I was really
Now
impressed
they're
with
20.
that. Yeah, what's it? Oh yeah. Now they've gone up. It's ridiculous, man. So I had a lot of fun playing. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've been having fun playing it. I mean, the maps are limited right now, and then the guns are pretty limited in the beta, and everything's gonna reset no matter what you accumulate, except for the pre-order bonuses, and then the special beta bonuses that you get. I think like a skin. Flamish is like super excited about it. I don't even know what it is, but it's been a lot of fun, man. I like the mechanics of it. I like the feel of it. It feels clean. It feels smooth. It kind of feels a little boxy to me. Like it doesn't necessarily feel like next gen as far as graphic intensity or anything like that. It just feels more boxy, more Rainbow Six Siege kind of
Tactical.
like. Yeah, more tactical, I guess you could say. But the spawn times have been reduced, so the spawn times when you spawn in is just amazing, man.
Yeah, it's nonstop action. Nonstop.
Yeah, and
As
that's
soon as you
what
get out,
makes
you
it
put right
good.
back in. You just instantly moving again.
Yeah, you don't have to wait. It's not because if you just like to run and gun, oh man, this is perfect.
Yeah, and then I like how I don't know if it's by design or not, but I don't ever remember them spawning you on your guy when they're capturing, when they're already on a point. Like, so when you die and you come back and you spawn on the guy, you can take you right there. It doesn't put you off in the corner by itself. It puts you next to one of your guys. Rather, so you're gonna get like, with a spawn camp, you spawn back, get killed automatically. They put you with one of your guys that are alive, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, nobody wants a Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
I don't know if I haven't played it, but I don't know if I would call running and gunning tactical, because to me the two words are not interchangeable.
Well, that's why you keep dying. If you're running and gunning in a tactical, it's just death loop.
But they just said it's
Shout
more
out to
tactical
Deathloop. That is a dope game, by the way.
Yeah, I'm enjoying Deathloop. Yeah, nobody asked me what I've been playing, but yes, I've been playing.
Strike that from the record.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, you're a grown man. We don't need to ask you. You can just tell us.
It was right there in the thing, in the order we were going to do it. So what are you playing? No, we haven't gone there. We went right.
Oh
to
yeah,
the
we
topics.
did skip that, right? To talk about Modern Warfare.
Yeah, we did skip that. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all right.
Modern Warfare is one of the most important things. But yeah, no, by all means, Paul, you are correct. So, let's let Hot Pocket Rocket that Paul go and tell us what he's been playing.
So yeah, I have been playing Deathloop. And last Monday I did or Tuesday actually, on the day it launched on Game Pass, baby. I did a special show and went over the accessibility options of Deathloop on the Xbox, and they've come a long way from launch when they had no accessibility options on the PlayStation. They've added a lot of stuff that makes it possible for me to play it. I'm still kind of tweaking with some of the settings to make it work better for me because I want a challenge. I don't want it to be too hard, but I also get bored if it's too easy. If you can
I can
understand
always
that.
invade your world and make it
Or
challenging.
you could, yeah. Because a lot of the stuff for accessibility only works in single player mode. Because they don't want an unfair advantage in multiplayer. So I haven't even touched the multiplayer side of it. I do want to do that with some friends at some point to see how that works.
Hey, hit me up, Paul. I have no problems capping you.
Yeah, I know. I don't
Magic
think
friendship just happened, guys.
I don't think anybody who knows me and has played games with me has trouble shooting me in the face and feeling bad about it. Okay, I don't think that happens.
But that's
so
what's up, man. That's good. Go
yeah,
ahead
so
and
it's,
continue.
I've also been playing the Disney game. I'm sorry, that thing's addictive.
It
It's
is.
a grind.
No,
It's a grind fest, but it's addictive.
it's fun too. You got like that
Yeah, it
nice,
is.
relaxing
Yeah.
music. You can just talk to your friends and you don't even have to think what you're doing in the game. Really, you
No.
can just, yeah.
I mean, I spend a lot of time just harvesting and grabbing stuff because I know I'm going to need it at some point. Whatever. While I do other stuff. So
I
yeah,
know.
those are the two main games I've been playing, and of course I've been playing a little bit of Fortnite with friends as well. I know that come today, you all thought I'd never play Fortnite because I was always against it, but
Were you? I
now
never even knew that.
now that they have like the big rumble, where you respawn after you die, and it's just basically a who kills how many people first or which team. That's more enjoyable for me, and I'm with a group that I can even do the 4 player, and we tend to win as well because they understand my play style and my weaknesses, and they don't bitch if I only get 2 kills. So it's good. I still have fun. So there you go.
So I just want to put on the record that Paul only gets 2 kills.
No,
What?
actually, I've gotten upwards of 7 once, but
He would get more kills if he listened to me and my wife. You know what we told him at the convention? Run their asses over.
yeah, that kid.
Wow.
Yes, she did.
Fair enough. Fair enough,
That's,
right?
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Only in
Yeah.
America.
Only in Florida, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Florida.
America.
Florida
You guys-
man.
you-
I'm waiting
you
for the
guys-
article I end up with.
You're good.
Minnesota
You're good with that
Florida man.
America thing again, right?
Have you guys seen
America.
that picture
You're
where
going
the
with that
husband's
America
following
thing.
the wife and she's got her hand behind herself and she's looking back or walking forward? That was me going, "Come on, Paul, just keep coming this way."
Had to, because the crowd was
Yeah,
rude.
that's
The
how it
crowd
was, man. They were rude. I was like, "Run them over." Next thing you know, the following day, my wife's there, and she's like, "Run them over." I'm like, "See, that's why we were married."
She ran you over? Oh, that's what
Yeah,
you-
so
She tries to every day.
I was the same way, man. There was a meme where it was like speed dating, and the question came up where the guy asked the woman, said, "What would you do if I die?" She said, "Gather the Dragon Balls." I said, "That's it right there."
Wait,
She's
that's the
winning.
game you've been playing? That's the
That's
game?
it right there.
That's-
That'll do. That'll
that
do,
the
Donkey,
game,
that'll
PK?
do.
She's a match.
Wait, PK, is that the game you've been playing?
Don't.
A match game?
Miles, you messing up the story, bro. Like you gotta understand. Everybody connect, right? She
Yeah.
says she
It's a good thing.
gather the Dragon Balls.
I was gonna say it's a good thing you're already dead because that would hurt when they slam the lid on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, So,
Yeah.
but even though I think it's dope that Deathloop did put all that, because I played it on PC. I got it on PC, but didn't have all that stuff in it, so that's cool. And I'm glad that they prioritize expanding the abilities for everyone, all shapes, sizes. But we were talking about Call of Duty, and I just want to make sure
real quick though, before we finish it, let me point out to Carlo. He may not know this. You know who was behind the launch of Deathloop on Game Pass? Who was in charge
No.
of that? Ro.
Who?
Ro.
Oh,
The
nice.
person you got interviewed with by, yeah.
Yeah, at the Fan Fest. Yeah, that's
Yep,
awesome.
that was her. That was her first big project. So yeah, that's what she's behind. That she's behind the push of Deathloop on Game Pass.
That's
For
really
those
cool.
who watching, Paul's
Yeah.
flexing because he's a celebrity. He knows everybody.
No, let
Dropping names.
well, I know,
Dropping names.
I know, Ro, but Carlos met Ro. See, there's the difference.
I know, bro.
I mean,
Carlo
I didn't
just
say
has
it.
met him.
You know, you said it.
Her,
Yeah.
her,
Say it-
Infinite.
Her.
Say it again,
Yeah.
Infinite. I
Yeah.
know.
I know.
He just
her.
met.
He just met her. Yeah, he just knows
Yeah.
who she is.
Just saying.
Pocket Rocket Paul is flexing right now, right?
That's how he
He is,
knows.
No,
her.
man.
okay.
Hey, look, we love you anyway, man. Because somebody got to flex, right? Somebody got to do it.
It's not that. It's the new name you all are using. I really wish you wouldn't use it here. Seriously, I'm not on this channel. Not
Wait,
for
what?
this show. Not for this show.
What
I'm
happened?
confused. Yeah,
He
what
don't
happened?
like his name. They just
The
turned it-
Pocket Rocket thing, guys. Come on.
He doesn't like the
It's
name.
not
so
Pocket
just-
Rocket. It's Rocket Pocket.
It's
Yeah.
exactly what it says.
But he don't like.
He didn't like the Indu
All
that
right.
does it. The way
Let's just change it back to
pineapple Paul.
pizza.
Put sour pineapple Paul.
No, put Pappy Smurf pineapple ball.
He is gonna run PK's feet over one day.
Put
It's
pretty
okay. I welcome
Pappy
it.
Papa.
I got
Smurf.
insurance, Paul. I'm not afraid of you.
We gotta keep adding peas onto there.
I got
So
insurance.
PK, what have you been playing?
Oh, what I've been playing is not important. I just went back to Cyberpunk, which is one of our topics, so I'll save it for later. But be honest, yeah, that's my main thing is Cyberpunk. So we can get back because I told Yobi I was not mad at Cyberpunk anymore, and I dove back in to the game.
That's because you got your girl Pan Am on a.
I did, and that was my main focus is to re-romance Pan Am, and I don't care if anybody hating, but Emily Zeller did a phenomenal job. We had her on the show, and I am 100% happy of going through that storyline one more
Shout
time.
out. You know what?
One
Shout
more
out to
time.
Emily Zemler, who's been on the show. She is a friend of the show. She also does audiobooks as well that PK was highly interested in.
Highly interested in.
Yeah,
I
go
remember
back
that.
and
I
watch-
remember that interview quite well.
Hey, listen, you can go to sleep to those things, bro. Like you guys
Uh-huh.
be hating.
You
Y'all
were trying
be
to
hating.
put something to sleep.
Hey, y'all be hating. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
do you know what? Those stories that she wrote, I'm sure you can go to sleep. One hand on your pillow, one hand on something else, right? I'm sure that's fine, PK. It's all good.
Thank you. Thank you. I got some support. I
Yeah.
got some support. man.
PK
Not-
slipped
we're,
to
we're
her.
not we're not going to discuss where your other hand was. It's fine. You're okay.
I just want to say though, it looked like the special attention she was getting from PK as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It really did. It really did.
A friendship emerged.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen. Sometimes chemistry is just chemistry, y'all. Y'all can't be fighting that. It's just what it is.
That's how I feel sometimes when I play a game. Like if there's nothing there, I'm just not gonna play with it. I'm just
I mean,
gonna put it
you know,
away. I'm gonna
but if
call
you
it a day.
but if
Maybe I'll check it again later, like your Cyberpunk. I'll check it
Yeah.
out again later, and then you know what? If it's a match, you know what? We'll
When-
play it again.
There's a part in the game where it says go with your impulses. I mean, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
So
man's got to do what man's got to do, right? Yep.
all right, now we move past that subject and we
Yes,
go to the
please.
man below me. And he's on your screen below me too. You guys can see him. Yes, that guy. Animated. Man, you've been playing one game in particular a lot since the Game Pass.
Fucking one game and one game only. Yes. So I have been playing a lovely game called Ni no Kuni, right? It is the first time we've had this title on Xbox. It may be a 6-year-old title to PlayStation gamers, but it's fine. We've never had an Xbox before. 2 years before that, it was on Nintendo DS where it launched. However, this game to me is absolutely fantastic. I think this week alone, I've put 12 hours into it.
Ooh, okay.
I just can't put the bloody thing down. I come home from work. The first thing I want to do is launch this game. And do you know what? It's been a long time since I've had that interaction where I just think, do you know what? I just want to go home right now and play this game.
What kind of
It's
game
been
is
a
it?
long.
I have no idea
So
what it's even
it's
about.
it is
I
a
know it's like an anime type game, right? Like
it is very anime,
cartoonish?
right? So it's very cartoonish. It looks a bit like it reminds me of the original visual wise. It reminds me of the original Naruto game on the 360, right? So that's just visually. It's basically a turn-based RPG. Very, very good. It's very, very cutesy Japanese style, but I don't know. I just can't put the fucking thing down. I don't know what it is. Clowns has also been playing it, right? I know Clowns has played a couple of hours of it, but he can't put his Disney game down, so we're gonna forget that, right? Once you get to a certain point, and I'm talking, I think I'm 10, 11 hours in. You get another person to fight with. Once you get that, the whole mechanics of the gameplay just goes crazy. I think I was in a party earlier with you, especially with you Clowns and you Infinite, and PK was there as well. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, another boss fight. This boss fight took me 25, 30 minutes to beat. And that's what I want out of an RPG. So yeah, that's what I'm playing right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, as
I'm
long
glad
as
you're enjoying it. Thank you
That's
to
all-
whoever brought that to Game Pass.
I could have got this man addicted to JRPGs, bro.
I think you
That's
did. You got
Oh,
me scared. Between you go and you're always playing anime games. I don't.
PK,
After Builders, I'm
never
done.
got me addicted to RPGs, right?
Okay,
you
good.
suggested you
I've-
suggested you suggested a few that I do need to go back to, but we discussed previously that I've always been a JRPG guy from ever since the PlayStation 1 era, right?
You made me feel better. Thank you.
There you go. And you have suggested some that I love and I do still play. Tales of Arise, Dragon Quest. You did say play these games, guy. You love them, and yes, you were correct. However, you weren't the one that said you need to play Ni no Kuni. No.
Blue Dragon, anyone?
Blue Dragon as well. I've still got the disc for that for 360. Right, Blue Dragon's amazing.
Yeah, I still have the
An-
discs. I even bought it digitally just because
Yeah.
I liked it so much.
Another amazing game, dude. Another amazing game. But do you know what, Dreadpool? If you like Blue Dragon, right? If you've never played Ni no Kuni, I'm gonna say right now, try it. Play it. It's on Game Pass, right? It's the original one that's remastered that was on the DS that launched on the PlayStation, and now it's on Xbox, right? A little bit confusing, but seriously, if you liked Blue Dragon, try Ni no Kuni, dude.
I actually do have it downloaded on my Xbox. And
Yeah.
it's one of those games that I fear, right? I fear this game is going to be one of those that I download and then eventually I'll have to like erase it so I can download something else and play it.
No.
So
The thing is,
I need to get into it before I do that.
I'm going to say right now, if you've mentioned Blue Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
This to me, I mean, I'm a massive fan of Blue Dragon. Great games, love the Final Fantasy stuff, love the JRPGs, right? If you even like Blue Dragon, just launch this game, dude. You'll be sucked in. Job done. Seriously. Just launch Ni no Kuni. It's just absolutely fucking brilliant.
Well,
However,
now that you said it like that.
I've taken up a little bit too much time about that game. I do apologize.
Hey, whatever tickles your scalp.
He needs to go change his underwear. I hear. That's what I think.
Yeah, if my camera goes off, I've got to go and evacuate a little bit just to calm down a little bit, right?
Oh boy.
However,
Dreadpool. Oh,
Next
I'm
time.
sorry. Infinite. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, good. We're good. Jed, go first. I don't got nothing to say.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I don't mean it was done. And then
no,
he
you're
had
good.
some-
You're good. Go. It's fine.
Dreadpool, man. It's been a while. You know, I know
Yeah.
that you're busy working. You're doing the conventions now. You got your Halloween stuff going on. What are you playing when you have time to play games?
Well, for this month, I've been purposely trying to play horror games. So for this
Okay.
month in October, get everybody all excited for Halloween. So I've been trying to do some horror games, and some are good, some are a bust. Where I ended up going ahead and playing Halo instead after an hour's worth of I'm going through these doors and nothing is answering what the next step is. So I was like, all right, cool. And then I get, community member asking to play Halo. So we get on, play Halo, had him jump on, and we had a good time. But yeah, so I went back old school. Game Complainer sent me a the Evil Dead Fistful of Boomsticks. So I streamed that. And surprisingly, that's OG Xbox PS2 era. And for the OG Xbox, I streamed it off of the 360 because it's BC there. And, with OBS, I upscaled it to 4K. It actually looks good in 4K, surprisingly. Now, the controls, horrible. Everything's all backwards. Quality of life controls need to be fixed. But I've been just enjoying playing some horror games and just, like I said, just trying to get Halloween spirit out there for everybody.
Okay. I mean that definitely sounds like a plan. There, Halloween stuff is coming up. By the way, this is a plug for the 4GQTV merchandise. If you are listening, we have some Halloween shirts up there now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
those are nice
celebrate.
shirts. I saw them. They're nice
Yeah.
shirts.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So people that are watching, if you want to purchase something for Halloween and be the life of the Halloween party, our shirts are pretty cool. They are pretty cool, actually. Very cool. I want to put it out there. Infinite, man. You've been playing a lot of retro games. Played many hours of Call of Duty. What have you been up to? What have you been playing?
I'm enjoying Saints Row. Tell you that much. I don't know why everybody's crying about it. I get it. It's not the Saints Row they want. The beginning intro story is a crock for a lot of us older people. Like I think the story, the beginning premise was dumb. But for gameplay and for the mindlessness that Saints Row is, I've been enjoying it.
Okay. I mean that's fair. There's a lot of fun stuff in Saints Row. I mean, it does it live up to the hype. It's up to the individual. There were bugs. I don't know if they've been patched yet. Some of them, mission breaking ones, but
Yeah,
the
there's still
core
a few out there.
yeah, the core mechanic of the game is still the core mechanic of Saints Row. Um, yeah, it's not bad. It's fun. I got to get all the achievements in it though. I'm a completionist on those.
Do you know what?
That's it.
It's actually nice for someone to say, do you know what? I've been playing Saints Row and enjoyed it. If you spend your life on a lot of the Twitter feeds and things like that, and other YouTube podcasts and stuff, it's got some hate. I'm going to be honest. It's nice to see that you've actually. Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah,
Do you find it fun?
I
PK
don't know.
enjoyed it.
I can't check to see. Oh yeah, PK enjoyed it. PK's almost done with it. He has so much extra stuff that I have, but we have to get the Chivo to play together is what we need to do at the moment. But yeah, PK's been playing it. He's enjoyed it too. He never had anything bad to say about it either.
You see, that's the thing. You see, because when you look at the whole community we're invested in, people are saying, "Nah, it's shit, don't play it." Right?
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate for people to listen to that.
I haven't played it yet.
Play
I do
games,
want to
not
play it.
reviews.
Yeah, I agreed. But when you are invested in this community, like a lot of the people that are watching are going to be, right? They are going to listen to what other people think. And I have to ask, what was good about it? What did you enjoy? What did you enjoy the most about it? You both of you, really.
I'm gonna tell you one spot, and I don't want to take
I
up too
can't tell you
much
what
time.
I have. I can tell you more about what I.
All right, all right.
It'd be easier for me to tell you what I haven't
One at
liked
a
about it,
time.
for as much as that I have liked about it. There's too much to
Okay.
list.
Okay.
Go ahead, Infinite.
There's nothing I don't like yet.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you just one event, not to spoil anything, but there's this spot in the game where this event happens, and then they start playing DMX Party Up.
Oh,
You
bro!
know,
Oh my God,
Yako
that mission
made
was
me lose
hype.
my mind. I
Oh,
was
that
like,
music was hype.
yo,
I know exactly what you mean. That was towards the beginning of the game. Absolutely,
yo.
bro. I lost it. I was like, ooh. I was like, all right, let's get it.
It felt like it was just it was
That
just
game
a
is good.
moment.
That
like
game is fantastic. I don't know what
like
the fake hype is about it.
yo,
Play it. You'll
it was
enjoy
a
it.
moment. It was my dude. It was pretty dope. I like
You
it.
see,
But
you see the excitement of both of you right there. Just connecting, just how excited you were about that specific moment. People should play it, right? I am going to play it. I will buy it or whatever very shortly. But that excitement right there is exactly why you should play games. And
I'm trying to see how many
I
hours I
think
have
that
on it, but it has to be well over 100 now.
yeah. So
I got a lot of hours in it.
So what I took from that excitement you give was the game's actually fun, right?
The game is fun
to play. There you go.
It's Saints Row.
It's
fun.
Saints Row.
And
It's
well, yeah.
Everybody
Isn't
says
that?
the game is not it. It's still
Isn't,
Saints Row.
It's not Grand Theft Auto. It's Saints Row.
It's like they said
But-
a big. Everybody says big reboot. I don't see a reboot. In fact, if anything, I see some additional mechanics in the game has dropped down territory wise, and the new establishments like getting money, having businesses. That is an additional thing that I've really enjoyed. That hasn't got any better. I've really enjoyed it.
and that to me that to me tells me I should play the game, right? I should play the game.
And I
should get it,
purposely
I
did
should buy
not
it, and
read anybody's reviews. I saw, not to name drop anybody's name or discourage anybody from listening to them because they're really good reviewers. Mr. Matty Plays, I've been following him for years because of Fallout, or because of Bethesda in general. But he put out that it was a horrible game and not to play it. That was like the initial first few sentences I read in his paragraph, and I'm like, I'm not reading any more reviews about this game until I play it for myself.
Fair enough. And then and now you just basically the pair of you, right? Two people I respect most of all in this community kind of thing, right? Is you both said this game's brilliant. So guess what? I've got to buy it. I've got to play it.
I mean, the thing is, it's not GTA. That's their problem. Like, it is not a graphical masterpiece. It's not.
It's a just cause.
Yeah, it's a just
in a
cause.
GTA world.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You
You're
got
not on
a
an
lot
island, but you're like in a city. It's just that's
dude.
the way it is.
You literally have a side thing where you doing insurance fraud, so you're running in traffic, getting hit by cars. I mean, come on, man. This ain't real life stuff. It's just silly over the top. That's all it is.
It's silly over the top, like just cause.
I'm sold. I don't know about anybody in chat, but I'm sold. I'm going to buy it and play it and enjoy it as much as you two do.
Nice. Hey, you just sold Adam and Eve on a game that
I'm sorry. You listen to the loud mouths of Twitter and the hypocrisy that they all spew.
You mean the self-righteous?
That deters you to not buy a game.
No,
I learned my lesson a little while ago, and it actually reversed. I bought games that everybody was hyping up and never liked them, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop listening to reviews. Period. That's what happened to me. I got the reverse of it.
I was never convinced that those things you mentioned have never swayed me from not buying a game. Never at all. It's all about the people I know, the people that I play games with, the people that I respect within the whole thing.
That's my reviewers, the people I play games with.
There you
not
go.
some Joe
And- and-
Schmo
and-
on the internet. The people I talk with in Xbox parties.
Look
The
at
people I
Dragon
chit
Heart
chat
Gobi.
with on a regular, not
and
somebody who's.
yeah. Screw everybody else. You two have just
Well,
told me.
I mean,
As people I respect, right? You two have just said, as people I respect, you just said, play the fucking game. You're gonna love it, basically. And
Mhm.
guess what? I will, because you know me, and I know the fact that PK knows me. PK is always saying, play this game, and he's always bloody right. I hate
Hey,
him for
listen,
it, but he's
it
always
is-
bloody right.
Yeah. I mean, but now we're in this situation where we're getting a lot of games, starting with the Call of Duty beta. And I'm sorry we
Yeah.
got off track. It's 7:30,
Yes.
but I do want to get to some of the other topics. So not to cut
Yeah.
anybody short.
I know. Guys,
Yep.
we've been having a great show, Ray. Time's flying by. We're already almost an
Yo.
hour in, and we didn't.
Yep.
Yo,
Let's
did,
go.
did everybody talk about experiencing the Call of Duty first? Just want to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure.
we're
I
good,
think
we're
we got
good.
that out.
It's
Yeah,
all
we got
good,
that
we're
out of the
good.
way. But
right,
so
next.
okay, so some of our main topics on the channel are Sean Layden joins Tencent. Okay, we
For
also
those who
the
don't
Logitech.
know, you know who it is.
Yeah, you do know it.
Who is
but
Sean
let's-
Layden?
Former PlayStation executive.
He used to be. Yo,
He
he's the
was in
reason
charge.
why
He was CEO
PlayStation
of
was
PlayStation
successful.
of America
Before
before
Ryan Jim Lyon.
before Jim Ryan, right?
He's the reason why PlayStation was successful.
Got you. Probably now. I do Sean Layden this.
So let's talk about the Logitech
Yes.
G Cloud. Let's get that out of the way because I think that's a major topic right now. Everybody's excited about. And earlier, shout out to, I don't know who it was, but somebody said, might as well just get the Steam Deck for, Ian Odin and then
$100 more.
Yeah, and then so the Logitech G Cloud is basically a 1080p streaming device. It does what it's meant to do. It's got a nice gamepad. It looks like it's got a nice feel to it, and it's got NVIDIA GeForce Now and xCloud kind of like built into it. I don't know about PlayStation or any of the other services, but
You have access to the Play Store, so whatever's on there,
Nvidia's on there. They have a whole bunch of services.
it's based off Android, so anything that's on the Play Store you can get.
Yeah.
so I guess you could sideload RetroArch.
Awesome.
But it's still running on a Snapdragon, which is a mobile processor anyway.
Snapdragon
not-
Plus.
Yeah, it's not like it's something that is gonna blow you away with 4K because it's only 1080p. So my thoughts on this is that I think that it's it's a little bit pricey for what it is because you could go and probably find, I hate to say this, but like lower end quality products that do the same thing off Alibaba and AliExpress, probably for maybe like $100 cheaper. But it's got it's backed by Logitech. That's the benefit. It's got a name to it. Xbox is kind of like, I guess, certified it because you see Phil and everybody talking about it, and I don't know. I mean, that's my thoughts. I would hold off for something like the Steam Deck or the Ian Odin, I think it's called, or Yobi mentioned one earlier, the Loki Max. I got to check that out. But Paul's been quiet for a while now. And I don't know if he's still with us.
No, I'm
Paul.
here.
Okay. What is your thoughts on this? Is this something that you would consider getting to play on, or it's
Actually, yes, it is because that would free me up from. Well, actually, it depends because with my eyes and stuff, and for the most part, it would free me up to like go play in the living room or whatever, instead of sitting in front of my computer all the time. Not that I really would, but it would give me that option. As far
At
as you were
that price
saying-
point, or is this an
well,
item like
let
this
me-
in
well,
general?
I'm gonna get into that too.
Okay.
The one thing about it is it's sounds like it's good to go out of the box. You don't have to do any hacking or any bootstrapping or anything, grabbing any different software and stuff. Which is so for some people that will be a plus because not everybody wants to deal with all that side of things. I'm more technically oriented. If I really wanted to get into it, I probably wouldn't mind because that's the kind of stuff I do anyway. But the price point would be a little sticky for me. I mean, it's one of the reasons I don't. I say I'm not a Nintendo person, which is true. But if the Switch was more affordable, I would probably still pick one up just to have a handheld. But at the price point it's at, I can't even see myself doing that. So, yeah, I don't see myself readily running out and getting one of those things right now, especially with my financial situation and just the economy in general. You know, um, being cloud only means you have to be somewhere where you have good access, and not everybody does. It's the same issue I have with other things that are dependent upon the cloud or people. The cloud is great, and everybody knows I'm a big fan of the Xbox everywhere or anywhere, whichever one it is. I always get it confused. But there are some places where it's just not really feasible at the time. So yeah, I mean, I would be interested in it. Would I pick it up right now? Probably not. Just because I really don't have a use for it, for me personally. But everybody was saying when the new Switch was coming out is Xbox needs to get into the handheld market. Xbox needs to get in the handheld market. Well, here you go. Now they're in the handheld market. You know, it may not be
Unofficial.
what you want. It may not be what you
Complaining.
thought you wanted, but for those that kept complaining they got to get in there, well, here they are. Here's their entry point.
Who are those people?
Just people on podcasts and stuff, including shows I've been on, said that Xbox needs a handheld. And no, I'm not going to sit there and try to remember who said what. I'm not going to sit there and name names, dude.
Hold on,
Not
hold
gonna
on.
do it.
I didn't ask you all that. I was just asking who it was. That's all.
No, it's just that people that when we would talk about these subjects would say that Xbox needs a handheld. Well, here's the answer that and admittedly, I always said they really don't need to get into that market because of the cloud, because everybody basically has a handheld in their hand 90% of the time, their phone. You know, so this is actually something that I didn't think Microsoft would do, or needed to do. So, you know, it right now in my life, it's not a market I'm interested in. But honestly, because everybody can play on a tablet or on their phone, I don't see the need for it.
True, true. I get that, Paul. Makes
Yeah,
sense, right? You kind of want to save money, and you got
right,
your phone, and the phones are more powerful than this thing. You can do just the same amount of
right.
stuff. You just need a controller or some type of adapter for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing it has that
Backbones,
I don't have readily is yeah,
How big
and yeah, I could hook up my
is this
controller to
screen?
my phone. Yeah, I was wondering
At
that
that,
myself.
I
It
thought
and
looked
the
pretty big.
7
backbone for your
inches.
cell phone was $100, right? I mean, and that give you a good
I think
layout
so. Yeah.
controller. I don't think anybody's complaining about the way that controller's laid out on there, right?
Or the
Because they're
Razer
staggered.
PC version 2 is good too.
That there you
Yeah.
go. That's that too.
Uh, So I mean, it does have a bigger screen, right? And if it's
The size of the
FHD.
screen.
Dreadpool, I think
Also,
said it.
by the way, on a screen that size, I don't think anything needs to be 4K. I think 1080p is plenty. You know, you're not going to be dissecting images on a screen that
Even
small. Yeah.
even 1080 is a big stretch, really. There's a
Yeah.
reason why, like you said, the Nintendo, is it not 720? Just
I
because of the size of the screen.
Yes.
I know,
I
I know, I know,
yeah.
I know the new version's
I
probably
got
1080, but
No, it's
Screen?
1080 when it's docked. It's 720 when you have it
Yeah.
undocked.
yeah,
No matter
just
which,
because
all
the
the
size of the screen.
all the switches
Right.
are the same, as far as the internals. Yeah. So
There you
undocked
go.
is 720.
So 720,
1080 on
right?
screen. Yep.
So, yep.
And this thing doesn't sound like it's dockable. It sounds like
Okay,
it's just
so
strictly
its
handheld.
screen size is just shy of my cell phone size. It's only 7 inches. My phone
Yeah.
is 6.7.
The
Yeah.
only boasting point that this thing really has is that it's got 12 hours of battery life.
That's a
out of the
that's a big
box.
selling point. Yeah, that's a big selling point.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty.
who's
That's
to
pretty
say
good
that's
though.
gonna last?
Yeah,
Do we
yeah.
know
Because
if it's gonna last a year
it
from
gotta
now?
change on what game you're playing, right? Depending on how much is eaten up with the system.
Well, I
right?
mean, let's just back up. It's a streaming thing. It's gonna run an app that's gonna
Yeah.
play
It's
the
true.
game.
Good point. Good point.
I
It is 12
mean,
hours then.
it's
And your phone's
it's
doing the same thing. How long does your phone last? Mine lasts all day.
No, your phone's always doing other things as well. Your phone doesn't just.
Yeah, it dies quicker. That's true.
Yeah.
No.
so just to kind of put in input so we can move on. I would just say that I think it's good for those who only want this thing for kids or whatever fits their group. So I ain't gonna tell nobody not to get it, right? Because
Obviously,
everyone's
it's made for some customers, it's not us.
yeah. So they wouldn't have went through all this process to make it if there wasn't some interest. So
Exactly.
You know,
I would
what
say,
market I think I'm going to be good for, and I think you just mentioned it. If I've got kids and I've got a very large Xbox collection, or
Absolutely, Paul. Absolutely.
that-
I would have done the
that-
same thing.
yeah, and I don't want to invest in
Nintendo
Nintendo
ecosystem.
because I would
absolutely.
have to rebuy all the games and stuff. This
You're
would be a
absolutely
great
right.
option. This would be a great option. I've
Well, I'm
already got
not-
the games. now
My
the
my
kids
car
can
gets
play on their
5G
own thing.
network.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's a
As we drive.
replacement. I'm just
You know what I
saying
mean?
it could be
but
like
I'm saying it's an
extension.
option that wasn't there a week ago.
You're right. Oh, it's a good point, Paul. I probably would. If my kids were in the age group about between 5 and 8, 4 and 8, 4 and 9, I definitely would.
I would definitely put 5G on Paul's.
I don't know, man.
Paul's
Um,
his wheelchair, man, because we need to keep track of him all day.
I'm just I'm thinking the age range you just spec'd out is probably too young to handle this. I think it'll be
it's
destroyed.
just-
nah,
Xbox
nah.
No,
These
No,
kids
well-
are way more advanced, bro.
No,
I'm
I'm
telling
telling
you
you,
that
man. My daughter's already damaged a kid-proof Amazon controller with the thick paddings and all that. She still managed to
Our
destroy
that's
it.
your
kids
kid.
do. Yeah.
That's your
So,
kid.
but
That's
that's
not
what I'm
my
saying.
kids have messed some stuff up too in their time, but
So
Yeah.
even as careful as she is, she's still, through her lifetime of 9 years, has still managed to destroy many tablets.
No, but
So
even
you,
if you've
you
got
wouldn't get
kids,
your
or
kid though. How young was she when you first got her first Switch?
Like we monitor the Switch right now, but her
Okay,
tablet,
How long she had her tablet or her Switch, or how do you guys?
it's my wife owns the Switch. I bought it for my wife.
Oh,
So
okay.
when it comes to the
That
Switch,
obviously is what
she's
gotcha.
being monitored.
Gotcha,
But her
gotcha.
tablets, like she literally just broke a phone just the other day. We had to go get a new phone for her.
Some people are just rough, man. Hey, but check
So
this out.
Just dropping it.
Yeah, it
No, I
happens.
get you. Some people, it's just rough. But at the end of the day, there is interest. I'm not gonna say don't get it, but
Oh,
the fact that they have something that put the apps pre-installed with at least 3 streaming services, I believe. They didn't mention Stadia, but Stadia could just be in the browser. That could be a good interest. Point is, it pushes the cloud gaming forward, right? End of the day.
absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah. My thing is
So-
the price point. Even right now, it's on sale for a pre-order at $299.
Yeah, the
The
price
full
point is kind
price-
of high.
The full price is $349.99.
I mean,
But it's on sale right now. But that's still $100 too high, even on sale at $299. I'd say
mean,
$199 would be more reasonable
you
for what it's doing.
you got people out here buying 4090s. Okay, I don't think I'm not gonna pocket watch, but I'll just say I get what you're saying, and it makes logical sense. But who knows? People buy a Switch. It's
Oh, no.
$300.
I already know.
You could get a Series S that's more powerful, same price.
I already
but-
got friends that have already pre-ordered it.
So people get what they want. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be mad about
Oh,
that.
I'm not pocket watching them. I'm just saying overall, I don't think the price point matches with what
No,
they're giving us.
I
It's
I
not. Yeah, that
agree,
price point's not for me. either.
but at the same time, I also look at how much did it cost them to make this thing, because we all know that prices then went up.
It's
Oh, yeah.
also it's to me like the situation I was talking about. The value differs from person to person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
for somebody who doesn't have a Switch but has a kid and has a like me a large Xbox game collection that could be played on the thing, boom, it's worth that $300 instead of buying the Switch.
Well, even
You
Game
know?
Pass, so you wouldn't even need a large game collection. You
Well,
already have it
yeah,
with Game
well,
Pass.
and that adds to
So,
it. You know, that adds to it.
but
You
the
know,
value to me, if you want to, you want to put it, let's forget about the monetized part of it, but the value itself as the product. You don't have to buy a controller for it,
Yep.
because let's say it's a 7-inch tablet. You don't have to buy a controller. You don't have to buy, the console and the control, that comes with the
Right.
controller, but now you got to buy a TV. So there's many facets of this that is valuable for some people. It's just to you, is it valuable enough
Yeah,
to spend this
that's what it's
money?
going to come down
Is
to. Each
it,
individual person.
yeah. I mean, we bought the Switch. You keep on bringing up the Switch. We bought the Switch. We barely play it.
Well, because to me, that's the
Yeah,
one thing
I
that
don't
it
play
would
mine either,
closely.
brother.
That's the one thing to me that closely would be in the same market.
I
You know,
played
that's
I
all the
played
only
mine
thing.
for 30 hours, combined 30 hours last year. That's all I played my
Yeah.
Switch for.
But you can buy the Steam Deck. I want to make sure I say it right. The Steam Deck, the cheap one, yeah, it'll be the same price, but you don't need the cloud. You can actually play wherever you're going. So you can play while you're
Yeah.
traveling in a car that does not have 5G, unlike some other people that have 5G in their car. But yeah, so you can be in a plane, you can be playing it. So you see where I'm getting at when it comes to a value proposition between other things. The Switch, yeah, 2 hours, whoopie do, not a big deal. How many hours it plays, but you can always buy a battery pack to keep it going, right? But if you're, traveling that does not have access to Wi-Fi, the Switch is perfect for that. The Steam Deck is perfect for that. So there's different things. You just have to figure out what this will meet for your application of needs. And if it meets it, great,
Yep.
go for it.
Yep.
But I just see a little bit more negativity in my thoughts on it than positivity because of certain limitations.
Are you talking about this thing?
Maybe. Maybe.
Hey.
Oh,
But-
PK's flexing.
But that's, and then that's the thing though, right? It's small. It's a little bit
That's
smaller
just-
than that. So
That-
you
that's
just got to
that's
figure out.
that's too big. It just
What's
looks too
what's
big.
the,
she
what's
said.
the what's
That's
the battery
not-
life on the
that's
Steam
not what
Deck?
she
What's the
said.
what's the battery life on the Steam Deck?
Oh, this a little bit longer than the Switch.
It's about 3 hours.
But again,
No, it's about 5 hours.
But again, it depends on the games you're playing. And
Yeah,
it depends on
it does.
the quality that you're trying to push out.
It
You
does.
can push out a higher quality than you need, and you can still milk out the batteries real fast.
That's 100.
Dreadpool is dropping some facts right now, and a lot of people probably didn't realize that about the Steam Deck. I'm going to be honest.
So
I didn't even think about that.
yeah, I was going to ask there though. What do you use your Steam Deck for, PK? What do you do? Do you play
Prawn.
Xbox games or what do you do?
Steam.
Steam, fair enough. Steam
Steam
games,
on it.
okay, that's fine. That's fair enough.
Steam on it.
A lot of people are sort of hacking it and putting the Xbox games on it, right?
You can.
I've seen
You
people
know,
you
put
can,
Switch games
right?
on it.
But
it's
see that goes to the other point I was saying. That
Yep.
requires that they change stuff up, that they go and the Microsoft handheld is it's ready to go out of the box. So and like I said, some people don't want to deal with having to change out the software or find emulators or all that stuff.
But you don't have to.
What do you mean you don't have to?
You don't have to change out the emulators or any of that stuff or software.
So it'll run all that stuff out of the box. It'll run.
No.
the-
No. I never said that. I said you don't have to. If you don't
No,
want,
you
if
don't
you don't
have-
want to mess with it, you don't have to mess with it. But if you want to do something that it's not designed for, it's just like opening up a
that's what
Xbox
I'm
One
saying.
X.
That doesn't necessarily okay. So, but you're saying it could be the same as getting the Microsoft one, But in order to do that, you have to be willing to mess with it. That's what I'm saying. Is some people don't want to mess with stuff. You
Yep,
know?
true.
I just want to put it out here in the streets, and I'm no fraud. When I say I play the
Yeah.
games, I play the games. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I think
mean,
I think where we're at though is with the Steam Deck and whatever's coming out soon with the new announcement. Can I play my Xbox games on your Steam Deck right now, PK, without hacking, without doing anything? Can I do it?
they
So,
have not.
I
They
can.
have.
I
They
can.
have. You can play whatever's on the Steam store. That's an Xbox
There you
game.
go. You see. There you go. You see.
But they
So,
haven't
I think-
added the Game Pass app yet.
Yeah, and I agree with what Cerebral Paul is saying. The new Logitech thing is coming with fucking Game Pass, right? So why wouldn't I buy the new version so I can just go straight into my Xbox games rather than fucking around with the Steam Deck? I think that's what
Well,
you're saying.
it's kind
Cerebral
of a
Paul.
prerogative at that point because you know what.
Yeah, but
I'm not
is that
disagreeing. I'm just
is that
adding
what you're
what
saying,
Dreadpool's
Paul?
saying.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when I was saying to Dreadpool's point,
Yeah, absolutely.
everything that's
I know
on
what you're saying.
here, no, everything's on here is on prem, so you don't need a internet connection to play your games. That's what he's saying.
Yes, exactly.
And and what I was saying is going to come down to preference. So it it really don't matter. It's depending on how someone wants to enjoy their gaming. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
can
think
I can sit here I can sit here and bitch about Nvidia Shield and how expensive and
yeah,
overpriced it
but-
is,
but,
and
right.
it's not worth
Okay.
streaming
Exactly.
that garbage.
Okay.
I
I
Very good
think,
point.
I think what Paul was trying to get at, right? 99% of people don't know how to make that play Xbox games.
Well, I mean, that's
The
crowd that
99%, the 99% of people can go, oh look, I can play Xbox on this device.
I'm
And
not. That's
the
what I'm
positive
saying.
thing, right?
We're saying the same thing, bro. Like I'm not disagreeing.
I
I
know,
was
I
just
know.
saying that there is an audience for that device, just like there's an audience for the Steam Deck.
Mhm.
And
Correct.
the people who
Correct.
get a Steam
You are
Deck
correct.
are typically not trying to play Game Pass. They want to play Steam games on a console version of a PC gaming
You are
experience without having to tweak their PC. They have a console that
You know,
plays
and
PC games.
that's what I was going to get at too. Is how many you guys have laptops and PCs? Are you cloud gaming on your PC or your laptop? Exactly.
Actually, I do sometimes if I just want
Sometimes,
to
right?
check.
And I do
If
too.
I want to check out the
I can-
game or whatever.
I can see on laptops that are not gaming PCs, but what I'm saying is there is an audience, and all I'm happy about is they're creating new connections for whoever may want the damn thing, right? And cloud gaming's pushing forward, even if I dislike Nvidia's offering.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the screen that they're showing right now. They have the Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta, Nvidia's GeForce Now. Then they have an Xbox logo, which yet again it seems a little different because the other one's Cloud Gaming. And then they have the Steam. They have Chrome. They have YouTube, and then the other one I can't see because it's just a shade out of the way. Then on the left, it looks like something, and it's AY. So I'm assuming something play or something to that effect. But that's the only screen that they show with everything on. You know,
Yeah, I mean
as
it's
the example.
basically an Android tablet
Exactly.
small and can install apps, which is still okay because it's built for a game mindset. So the control and the mode and everything. So it'll work for those who want that.
Yeah, it's specifically built for connecting to Wi-Fi and streaming games. That's a specific where it's at.
Yeah.
We're bringing up Steam Deck, where it's specifically built to be able to play the games on the go without needing the connection, without needing this. And the fact that you can modify it, you can do this, you can do that, and I'm sure people will find a way to break the UI on this, get into the engine, and then put their own software on there. I
Well,
mean,
it's Android, so
it
you
is
can root
Android.
it.
Exactly. So
So the idea is like I said, I'm just trying to close this out because we've beaten this up and we ain't even
Yeah.
got to our
yeah.
real
So
good stuff.
real quick, animated.
Yeah, absolutely
Anything that
right.
you want to close this topic with?
Not really. Not that I haven't already spoke about. No, not to
Okay.
close. No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw a quick topic in here, right? So, Sean Layden, former PlayStation executive, has joined Tencent as a strategic advisor. He announced the move on LinkedIn, and Layden said he is to advise, assist, and support the team at Tencent as they deepen their activities and commitments within the industry. There are many possible roads ahead, but only a few are profound, broadening, inclusive, edifying, inspiring, and/or sustainable. I'm thrilled to continue this journey of discovery and thank Tencent for the opportunity. So it's really interesting because Tencent finally tapped a really good, I would say, American executive. Sean Layden's known throughout the industry here in North America, and it kind of gives Tencent like, and maybe I'm just reading this wrong, but I would imagine it gives Tencent more of an opportunity to connect with the game industry here. I just want to throw this out to the panel, see what you guys think. I know that PK is a huge fan of Tencent and believes that we should all have social gaming scores. So, and then,
No, I have my take on this as well.
all right, we'll go to animated first because we haven't done that yet.
Okay, so the weird thing is, right, is if you look at Xbox and you look at PlayStation right now, right, they have a face of the industry. You've got Phil Spencer, right, face of Xbox. You've got Jim Ryan, face of PlayStation, and what's Tencent got? Tencent's got fuck all, right? So I think he's it's a weird conversation I'm going to have right now. He has been hired as an advisor, blah blah blah, as this, but I think Tencent have seen. Do you know what we need? A popular face to represent our brand. And I think that's what Sean Layden is going to be, in my opinion. Okay, so he may be saying he's an advisor right now, but guess what? When it's going to when it's going to come to press releases and stuff, it's now going to be Jim Ryan, Phil Spencer, Sean Layden, and that's what they're going to try and do. Because let's have a look within the community of the people we look at, the people we listen to, right? When we feel about news off both companies, we look at those faces, and I think Sean Layden is going to be the Tencent face. That's my opinion, but I might be wrong. But he definitely is going to be an advisor for the next 6 weeks, and then he's going to be the face of Tencent after that.
Interesting thought on that, actually. Yeah, because if they did put somebody, a face that people trust more than, what America believes Tencent to be, it's the face of the person that they'll recognize with the brand and create that. Yes, that's a good point. Um, I know that Tencent and TikTok both have been under
I'm,
scrutiny.
I'm just gonna add a little bit to that, right? Because always been right as people as we love games, right? There's always been a face to the name of the company. right? Forget Phil, forget Jim, right? It's been. Can you think of more names, clowns? I'm sure you can. Peter Moore.
I
He was
mean,
a name, right? He was a face.
yeah,
Peter Moore was a face,
Donnie
right?
Matrick.
Don Matrick was a face, and I think Tencent, right, are trying to go into. Guess what? This is the guy you trust him. He's good. He's going to be the face of Tencent. There's been many people that we can go back to. Back in the day, they've been a face of the business that they're trying to do, and that's what I'm thinking.
Interesting. Okay. Infinite.
No comment.
No comment on this one.
Nah,
Okay,
no
cool.
comment. Sorry. But I do like having that idea. That's a good point. I like that idea though.
Thanks.
Dread.
Yes. So I think Sean's just basically the network man. If you think about it, he's got the connections, so he's going to be the one that knows best on through his experience and time in with Sony. So he's gonna be the network guy, the guy to break the barrier that they're running into. Because yet again, being from where they're at, making connections might not be as easy because the bad publicity that they're a Chinese company. So with everything going on, I think Sean would be the perfect person for them in their eyes. That hey, this would be a good company to invest in. This one here also, and just kind of get them networked, so that way they can start investing into some of these other smaller companies that they probably would overlook. So I think that's all it is. I don't think it's much more than that. And then they already have a face. The guy, forgot his name.
Whom?
Uh,
Whom
yeah,
is the face?
yeah, whom. So he's already the face. He's
Whom?
I think that was a
There you
question.
go. And then
but
I think
not many.
I think that's the point. I think that's the point. You don't know who it is.
Right. And that's what I was going to get
Right.
at is how many of us actually know who he is, but how many of us know Sean Layden? So it's basically, showing up to the party with the hot chick to get your foot in the door. That's all. I don't.
That's a unique analogy.
If you can't get in, you got to find one.
That is a very unique analogy. Only you would think of that. Yeah, no, that's good. PK, Paul, speak to me. Tell me your feelings. How you feel?
I'm closer to Infinite on this. I think it's more about the investment side because they are an investment company. They aren't gonna, I think they may be looking at their investments going, we need to get somebody up here who can talk to these companies that we're investing in and get them on the right track or whatever. I don't think they're so much worried about who's going to be the face of the company. Tencent has never cared about that stuff. They're all about investing in companies that are going to make them money. So I think Infinite's more closer to the fact that they're going to tap into Leighton for his connections, his contacts, and his ability to really understand the industry. Um, and to get into the ones they already have, even and look at them and say, maybe if you did this a little better, maybe you change this up a little bit. So he might actually, it'll be more like a role that what's his name at Xbox has, the one below Phil,
Matt Booty.
yeah, and that I could see happening. But I don't think he's gonna, he's not gonna be standing out there doing big shows and announcements like Phil does. I don't see him doing that. I don't see them wanting him to do that.
Do you think, Paul? I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you think Sean Layden actually represents current gamers? Right? Do you think he represents people like me?
I think he's more. I don't. I think he's more. He's a businessman, dude. I think
Okay.
he's a he's like a mix between Phil and Ryan. Phil. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's more business side oriented. I don't think
Okay.
I think that's why PlayStation did so well under him. You know, he's like he at least back then he knows what works and he knows what doesn't. I don't know that I don't know if he's changed with the industry or not, or if he's kept up. That's something he's gonna have to prove. You know.
Okay.
Fair enough. No, that's a very good opinion, Paul. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Well said. Very well said.
Yeah, that's very well said. PK. All right, let's end this topic with you. You're down with the CCP. Yeah, you know me. That's your slogan? No, he's definitely not. I can see it in his face. So, how do you feel about this, PK?
I feel like we should move on. He's not enough to talk about. No, Sean Layden has made PlayStation uh, very put him in the position they're in. So that's why they hired him, to get them in that position too. That's it.
See, I'm going to jump in again. I do apologize. I'm worried about whether he's actually what I mentioned to Paul, whether he's engaged in what gamers actually want. The dude's 61 years old. Do you know what I mean?
Dude,
So
dude,
doesn't that answer
yeah,
your
wait,
question?
wait.
So let me just say this, animated.
Yeah.
Coaches are usually older than their players, but
Yeah.
they're not there to play the game.
Indeed.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
what I'm trying to pull it at is he in tune with I mean I'm not in tune with what younger gamers want at 41, right?
I think he's in tune with how business.
Business, yes. But is
He
he in
doesn't need
tune
to
with
be in
what
tune with the
gamers
players.
want?
He doesn't. He's
No,
not
he
for the
doesn't need to
gamers.
be. He doesn't.
Uh,
Yeah, he just needs to look at what's working and what's not. He can look across the industry and see that. Why do you think we have so many Fortnite clones? Because people saw that was working. Well,
Okay. You've got a point.
he
And I'll
doesn't have to
stand
like the game to know
I'll,
that it's
I,
going to make money.
I will stand corrected. Okay? I'll back the fuck up. I will stand corrected. You are right, yes.
Animate's going to EGX with Sean
And
Layden fan
animated,
shirt.
if you want to beat your head against the wall, just don't do it on camera.
No. I'm just throwing it out there, dude. I'm just throwing it out there. That's all.
So, shout out to the people watching us on other platforms as well. We got 4 watching on a new platform I put on Rumble. I was just checking it out, but we got 4 people watching there. So, shout out to you guys. Feel free to comment if you do. So,
Listen.
another
Listen.
topic I want to get into before PK carries it away with this Nvidia thing that he is really passionate about. I'm passionate about it too, but there's something else we got to touch on because it's the main topic. So, Twitch, right? Twitch has changing their partnership agreements with their partners on the renewal of the contract. Basically, Twitch with their big partners had a 70-30 split, and that was great because people like Ninja, that was once a big partner with them, was raking in 70% of all the ad revenue and everything else. And, think of anybody else as a big partner. But now Twitch says that 70-30 split days are over. It's only up to the first 100K, and then we're moving down to 50-50, which is a traditional partner split in general if you're not, a major, huge partner. Okay. So this is kind of like a big drawback of, well, if you're going to do this and somebody has a big following and it's their sole business, they're probably going to look elsewhere. I mean, or they're going to co-stream without telling you anyway, because it's just not really worth it. I mean, they I don't know. I don't know what Twitch is doing. I think it's a bad idea for them to do that to the big partners. It just sounds like a company just trying that's either hurting a little bit and trying to get a little bit extra cash back. I don't know. So I'm gonna throw this one out to the panel. I know that Infinite's a money man. He works hard for his money. He works for that dollar, right?
Now I got
I mean,
the song going through my head.
Yeah, it's a hard-working man. Infinite, how would you feel if you were a Twitch partner?
So explain what's going on again.
So, Twitch currently has a 70-30 split if you're a big partner, like Ninja was or something. So you get 70%, Twitch gets 30%. But now the contract is renewing, and Twitch says, well, we're only going to give you 70% up to the first 100K. After that, you're going to be straight 50-50 with us, like the regular partners. So if you're a big streamer bringing in millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and there's other platforms out there, how would you feel?
Is there any other platforms out there now? Is the question.
YouTube. YouTube does 70-30.
But are you going to really? It's gonna be. It's not like there's a mix. So like that's what Twitch is. Just solely people streaming games. I don't think they're gonna bring their fans over to YouTube or
streaming
anywhere else.
Not always games, but streaming.
Sometimes hot tubs too.
Yeah, sure. You're right. You're right. But they're not. You know how hard it is to bring your fans over to another platform.
It's hard.
You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose a lot. You're probably gonna lose more money doing that than just taking the hit, right? So kind of shut up and take and hit it. I don't know. It sucks for those who that's their primary revenue.
Yeah. No, I think it does. Yeah, because I mean that 70-30 could have been the difference in what you probably banked for your taxes, and now you're doing 50-50, so you got to put more. Out of that cut to taxes at the end of the year.
And in 3 more years, it'll be a 70-30 the other split.
You think so,
Exactly.
PK? You think it's gonna?
Why?
Out of time, right?
Oh, once they see Twitch do it and it takes hold, yeah, YouTube will follow suit.
It's all about pushing the line down the road.
Yep.
Seeing how long people stay on for.
Hey,
the money will always be there. I think that's what it is. People are always gonna watch content.
People will eat it.
Yep.
People are always gonna watch your content no matter what.
Does anyone from the panel, other than me, does anyone from this panel stream to Twitch?
Not anymore.
What about Paul?
I stream to Twitch.
What about Pineapple Pappy Smurf?
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. That's the question I'm asking.
Yeah,
does anybody stream Twitch?
I do.
Yeah, I did.
How do you feel about that?
I just
then.
I don't make $100,000, so if I did,
Paul probably be like, you know what? I wouldn't care as long as I'm making money.
Paul be like, I'm waiting on that 50-50. I'm all good about that.
I guess if you're making $100K on Twitch, you're probably making a hell of a lot more money on other promotions as well that aren't going to your Twitch. Your Twitch is only your memberships and those people who give you money or buy your whatever those things are.
Yeah, those big streamers have other revenue streams.
If you're making $100K a year, it's probably not your only sole sole purpose, right? So
they all have merch. We know that.
If you're making $100K a year in super chats,
they all have sponsorships. Yeah, they all have sponsorships.
You probably got sponsorships getting you other money.
But this is the reason why, just like when YouTube had their apocalypse that twice already, right? This is why you diversify. Yet again, you can't rely on these companies to pay you what you're worth, what you're putting in and giving them.
Time's out. The question is, I don't know why we're giving this any thought, because how many people does this really affect? How many people are really making $100,000 on Twitch on a monthly basis? How many thousands? Like, how many people is this really going to affect, and why does it fucking matter?
It matters to those people, but to us, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, to me, I stopped.
$100,000 on Twitch, and more power to you. It sucks to be you.
Yeah, I stopped.
I'm sorry. That's why I don't watch sports.
Because because I've got no boobs. I can't fucking get audience. But I did stop my Twitch streams because I don't feel there's any point in it. It's not promoted. It's not viewed.
Well, Well, our community on
did-
Twitter
I-
favors
do you know
YouTube,
what?
but I'm sure sorry.
I did love posting on Twitch and stuff because I had the interaction of people that friends that I liked, but it just wasn't worth it. It still isn't worth it. What's the point? It felt like another job. So to me, it's like the only way you're going to get anywhere in the Twitch world is if you are streaming every day, 5, 6 hours a day. That's it. That's the only reason you're going to get, promoted. That's it. So I just decided, no, I'm not going to bother anymore. So that's why I fell out with Twitch.
Okay.
And I guess part of that depends on why you're streaming. I don't stream on Twitch or YouTube or whatever to make money. That ain't happening. That's not my
No,
goal. You know,
I stream for fun, dude, and just because I enjoy doing it. But with Twitch, it kind of forces you that, oh yeah, you've got this many viewers, you've got this many people, you've got this many hours in. YouTube is a little bit different, but I felt like I was while I was streaming on Twitch, and I was okay. I had quite a few people that watched me, but it did feel like a second job because it was a case of you need to stream 5 hours a day, blah blah blah. Do you know?
where
Does
where
that
does
make
it
sense?
say I need to stream 5 hours? I've gone
No,
months without streaming. I've gone months
Yeah,
without
no,
streaming.
you
Well, for the
don't
partner
need to.
programs.
You don't need to. But it felt like it's not that it doesn't say I need to, but it felt like I had to. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm a Twitch affiliate, but they don't take it away from me unless I screw up. You know, I'm
Oh,
not
absolutely,
a Twitch partner.
absolutely,
You know,
absolutely. You are right, but with it just kind of sucked my spare time out of myself, if that makes sense.
yeah. Well,
So I just basically gone, nope, done. And it's a personal preference. Don't get me wrong, Paul. It's a personal preference.
yeah. I'm
That's
just
it's
trying
just
to.
me,
You
right?
know, you were talking like you felt like you had to, or like they
No,
were going to come down on you, and they're not.
No,
They
no,
don't-
no.
Yeah.
Twitch is never going to do that, and
Yeah.
YouTube is never going to do that. It's just I felt like my
because even
my
if it's not right,
audience kind of demanded it rather than the Twitch itself, right?
Okay.
Because they're like, why are you not on tonight? It's like, really? Come on.
Oh, we all get that. If we miss
Yeah,
a
I know.
Thursday show, where were you? You know,
Yeah.
and that's just because people want to see us. I don't know why people want to see me, but they do.
I want to
I
see
try
you,
to-
Paul.
I try to be mean and ornery so people will leave me alone. And no, they like that.
Yeah,
Shit, so.
I want to see you, Paul. Fine, it's all good.
All right. So I think everybody pretty much said their piece on this one, right? Jaipol, you got any thoughts?
Oh, I already interjected my few thoughts.
Okay. PK, anything else? Before we move on to the one thing that you're really passionate about? You're going to drop a lot of energy
Nope.
on?
Nope.
All right, so Nvidia is making some really bad moves lately, and it seems very anti-consumer and not friendly at all for the people that love to have the latest and greatest graphic cards. And this gives AMD an opportunity to rise up against Nvidia. So basically, you guys may have heard some stuff that Nvidia is losing one of their longest partners, EVGA. Nvidia has been undercutting their partners with their founders cards, not telling them the prices, and then just dumping out the Nvidia cards, regardless of what the sale ceiling and floor is for their partners on the cards. And their next generation cards cost almost as much as the last iteration of this generation of cards, which I mean is just bad altogether, right? Because AMD's cards have dropped tremendously. You can get a nice 6900 XT for about I think the last one I saw was about 640, while Nvidia's 3080 Ti's are still up there like at 1900. I mean, it doesn't the sense isn't there, and Nvidia is. It seems like it's almost like a price gouging move. So, PK, can you explain to the panel how passionate you are against this move that Nvidia is making?
I'm not. Listen, I'm just calling for what I see. Right. Um, Nvidia is trying to the control the price on the 3000 series. Basically, after the whole crypto mining thing went to nothing, everyone's stuck with all this product, right? Because they can't sell to miners now, especially Nvidia. But Nvidia doesn't have to charge itself for making these boards. They charge their partners, which drives their cost up. And instead of flooding the market with all the extra product, they're holding it back intentionally to keep the demand high. The reason why is to justify the price of the new 4000 series cards. 4000 series cards are way more expensive and they're way more of a lot of things. So that's one of the underhanded things. Second thing is um, they're being very deceptive on these 4000 cards. And a lot of people, oh, I can't wait, got to get the next best thing. What they're not telling you is a lot of things, right? First, if you go to NVIDIA's website, it does not give you a lot of specs. It will tell you the CUDA cores. It won't tell you the tensor cores. It won't tell you the size, right? These things are 3.5 inches wide. I don't know if you guys realize when you put a card into your PC, you have these PCIe slots or whatever. Well, this thing is so wide, you're not going to be able to fit anything else in your PC.
You lose a slot or two. Yeah.
No, you're losing two
Four.
at
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
But the fourth one, you're still not going to put nothing in there because you need room for air.
Yep.
You're losing
So,
4. Yep.
so you're not putting. You're just putting the GPU in there, and this is the first time in history GPUs have been shipped, are going to be shipped with a SAG bar, which is crazy. That's
Yeah.
literally
It's-
how big and massive this is. Now, that's not the real complaint. The real complaint is go to their website and look at the specs, supposed specs. You'll see that the 30 or the 4090 has 16,000 or 16 million CUDA cores, and then you go, or 16,000, and then you go to the 4090, 16 gigabit of VRAM, and that's 9,000 CUDA cores. That's a huge freaking jump, right?
Yeah.
Between a 3090 and 30. And then you go to a 3090 12 gigabit, which should be the same card, just like a 3080 10 gigabit and the 3080 12 gigabit is the same card, just two different VRAMs. But the 4090 12 gigabit has 2,000 CUDA cores, 2,000 from 6,000. That is not a 30, that's not a 4080. That's more likely a 4060, but using the same name. So what they're doing is, if you, I don't know those who buy graphics cards, but they don't put these specs on the box. I mean, they'll have the VRAM, but they're not going to go down and tell you how many tensor cores, all that. But, they're not going to do that. So people who go to the store sees a 4080 and they see one cheaper because it's a 12 gig. I'll get that, but it's not a 4080. Technically, it's a 4060 with the same name as a 4080. And that's $900.
Ouch.
Yeah, everything got jumped up in price when you compare it to what it's supposed to be. It's at least $100 to $300 more than it should be
Well, this is
comparatively.
definitely,
Yeah,
if this is technically a 3060, it's more than $300, brother. That is
I've been hearing that
600.
it's yeah I've been hearing it to be compared to a 3070.
Yeah,
So, but
well,
either way, it's still a big markup that they're putting out there.
facts. They're also gatekeeping the new DLSS technology by saying you can only use DLSS 3 on the 4000 series. Now, I don't believe that for one bit. I
No.
100% believe that they're doing that to try and force people to buy their new cards.
And the funny thing is they're keeping the 70s on down as their low end cards, as opposed to bringing them all up to Ada Lovelace
But they also keeping the price
high.
high
Yeah.
intentionally. So people could benefit because we all know, but right now that technology is so advanced now that the games can't keep up. There's not a single game out there that will crush the current gen GPUs to the point where you need to upgrade. Right. Only people that's upgrading is either people who's got new deep pockets or people that feel like they just need to have the next best thing, and that's cool if that's what you want to do. But the gains are minimal. Um, you know, what I'm getting at is I'm talking about the deception of the average people, not the people who just going to spend the money for. People buy Ferraris every day, right? I have no qualm with that. You want to buy a Ferrari, Porsche, that's your deal. If you got the money, drop on that, that's your deal. But what about the average guys, the average people that just want to, uh, build their PC or upgrade their stuff? Well, they're not looking out for those guys. And J2 Cents over there, good dude, does really good YouTube channel, very transparent. And he was talking about how he was reading through um, all the comments, and even on a video site, and how everyone else, like the average person, is waiting out to see what RDNA 3 looks like, because they truly believe that this is the time for Team Red to outshine Team Green, because Team Green seems to be complacent.
Cocky and complacent.
Anybody can jump in and say something how you think about that.
Yeah, you know
So
what?
so you're telling us. So let me get this correct. Like the jumps that we've seen between the 20 series or the 2000 series versus the 3000 series, they're not that big jumps from the 3000 series to the 4000 series. Is
It's
that what
it's
you're
not
saying?
it's not that real. It's not really a big jump, but that's not the point. Even if it was, look at what they're doing to all the EVG EVGA pulled out almost like it was a very smart move, because they're bringing out this 490 or 4000 series. Their cards are going to be cheaper than their partner cards, and their partner cards cannot modify the boards. They're so strict on how they can make their own version of the card. This is why theirs is always $400 more. I bet anyone go to Best Buy right now, look at a 3090, uh, the the actual Founders Edition, and then look at a partner card. It's always going to be $400 more, and that's why EVGA dropped them and getting out. I don't know if they're going to get out
They
making video cards altogether, but they're dropping the video.
EVGA was also making their base cards for them. So
Right, but they can't modify. See, they're not making money out there because Nvidia is charging them.
right.
Like they're marking up
But
the
now,
parts.
but that was the thing is their base card was basically EVGA, and they were setting the standard of where and then everybody else would bring it up and mark it up with the little tweaks and advancements that they do. But now that they're being undercut by Nvidia with their founders, they're literally they lost that market. So they not only were they double dipping, they were triple dipping on them, and then they cut them out. So yeah, that's why that divorce wasn't a good one. But you notice Nvidia has such a strong power that EVGA is refusing to go to Intel or AMD because they know the backlash that they'll get from Nvidia. You know,
I mean,
they'll never.
is it that way or is it not? Because EVGA, that's what they're stand for, is making video cards.
Yeah,
And if you're not making video cards, I mean, I know they make power supplies and other things, but I
that's
think
the
they will
thing.
partner with AMD or Intel or both.
Nvidia's a bully when it comes to all this.
But they are, however, just like Intel got caught slipping and got that left hook from Ryzen,
Hmm.
NVIDIA is about to get that left hook too,
We're gonna
and
find out.
they gonna
I
get
want to
that
see it.
uppercut.
I want to see it because I mean I'm wholeheartedly going for the 40 series, but I'm waiting. I now because I want to see that uppercut from AMD because I want to see, yet again, you want to see David beat Goliath. You want to see the underdog win. You want to see the people that are too hot to trot be taken down. You when you get that big of a head and you walk around like nobody can touch you. You want to see that little punk pop up and knock down the giant. You just want to see that.
Yo, and I'm gonna just say, uh, AMD I mean, Lisa Su has put on a show, right? She came out, Ryzen is dominating. Now, the first time in history, AMD put out a GPU series of 6000 to be competitive to the NVIDIA offerings. Now they're more than committed to ensure that they are competing head to head with NVIDIA. So I don't have any doubts that they're going to come out swinging. And now that they have a price point of where NVIDIA is, even though NVIDIA, I believe, don't care, I think that's going to matter at the end of the day. Just like Ryzen was always cheaper than Intel's offering, but outperformed them in multi cores, uh, multi application. And now Intel, and I know you guys don't know this, Intel is now backing out of the server CPU market for a whole generation to get themselves together because they can't compete. They're getting blown out the water, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like you're. I strongly believe that this is the opportunity that AMD needed to increase their market share. 100%.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else have any other opinions on this?
No, I
Paul?
said my piece.
No, that's pretty good. I mean, I used to be an AMD fan back when I used to, in the early 2000s, late 90s, because their stuff was, comparatively it was cheaper, but comparatively performance wise, it was right on with the Intel. So, and that started to flip where they started to be pretty much equal. So, I mean, and as far as them jumping, I hope they find a place to land because I like their cards, EVGA, and this I've always kind of hated the fact that Nvidia held the market on video cards the way they do because it always did make the prices stupid for me. I need a new video card right now. I can't afford a new video card. They're
Oh,
all
you will soon,
yeah.
because all of the 6000 series is going down, brother.
Yep.
So you'll be able
So
to get a modern GPU pretty cheap.
I mean, the one I have is fine, but it's really it's on its last legs, and it only has 3 gigs of memory.
And
So
that's exactly what J2 Sense was complaining about. They
yeah,
will sell the 1650 with 3 gigs of memory, and it's basically a shaved down version of a different card, and they
yeah,
sold it for the same price. That's what they're doing with the 4080 right now.
Okay.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
yeah, that's just ridiculous.
if you guys look in the private chat, AMD is fighting to be more than just competitive.
Yes.
Good because
So
I mean that's what like even when they talk about the consoles, competition is
Creates
good. They
innovation.
need competition.
and that's the funny thing, right? The PK, remind me what's that software that they're using on AMD side? They just made 2.0.
Are you talking about the upscaler?
Yes, the upscaler.
It's actually it's 2.1 now, but yeah, FSR.
Yes, FSR. It's gonna be 2.0, and they're gonna go across everything. It doesn't matter if it's AMD or NVIDIA.
Yeah,
Leaving it open, but yet you have certain things that NVIDIA is doing, and it's only going to be on this one type of card, which we already
right.
know is going to be compatible with their other cards.
They just
And
don't want to do it.
they don't want to do it.
Yeah. There's no way the 3000 series couldn't use DLSS 3. There is nothing that they could explain technically why. They can't even tell us how many tensor cores the new card is supposed to have. So how you prove this? And then we prove that DLSS could work on their GTX series. They just didn't want to do it because they wanted people to buy the next series of cards. That's all it is. They try to say you got to have tensor cores to have an upscaler. AMD comes out with an upscaler, say, no, you don't. and then Intel comes out with an upscaler, says, yep, you're right. Don't need tensor cores. It's just, I believe it's going to come down to a situation where these dudes won't adapt because they're complacent, and they're going to get taken over. They're going to lose their market share, and it's a
Turbo
good thing.
processing.
It's a good thing. There you go. That's that. It's all
Genesis.
buzzwords.
Yep.
It's all
Yep.
buzzwords.
But
It's all buzzwords.
but like I just say, hopefully this will bring about another good age of competitive pricing where people will have a choice. you
But
know,
think
so-
about this: who makes all of the console chips?
yeah.
Who makes all of the console chips except for Nintendo?
Well,
And Nintendo won't even get their newest, greatest, and best. They're getting whatever is on sale, whatever's left over at the secondhand store.
well, I think with all that said, I think we can kind of wrap it up because we're
Yep.
going on the 2 hour mark, and I think I think Infinite might have fell asleep and animated.
No, I'm good. I'm still here.
I think we lost animated. So
Well, I do want to hear. I didn't get to hear it finish Infinite his idea on it.
No,
think I
I'm good.
enjoyed
I don't really have good. I'm good on it.
that. Okay.
That was definitely my idea. I just wasn't sure. And you said they were how they're marking them down the card just made them say they were higher. I just wasn't sure the differences. Like it wasn't that great of an impress. Like to go to another series, like the difference between the 2000 series versus the 3. Like I got the 3070, but
You're good. You don't need an upgrade. That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like from the 2070 to the 3070 was a huge jump. I was wondering if there's a big dip between the 30 to the 4th series. That's
I
all.
mean, it can overclock, but no one's overclocking. Those things are monstrous. If anything, you need to figure out. Honestly, the board makers need to figure out what to do because those things take up way too much space.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they do take up too much space.
If you're on a 30 series card, there's no need to
Right.
upgrade. Just
You're
like
good.
PK already said, unless you got the bank for it or just have the FOMO that you have to absolutely have it, there's no need for it. You're good. You guys are good where you're at.
Yeah, I got a 3070. My daughter has a 3060 Ti,
There-
and my son has a 2080.
There is no game you can't play. You get what I'm saying? They haven't even fully pulled out the full power of the Series X and the PS5. Think about that. The consoles are weaker than my card, and they haven't fully pulled out the power on the consoles. They're always going to develop games for the lowest common denominator, which are the consoles, never PC graphics cards, because there's too many combination of builds.
There's a reason why they say PCs and games running on potatoes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, and then that's the idea, right? Consoles, the expectation is the hardware's always the same. You don't have to make any changes. This is why usually there's a port to PC and never, You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's no game you can't play, and there will be no game you can't play in the future. So you're good.
On that note, we do have to definitely end it. We hit the 2-hour mark.
Yep.
I know PK was passionate about this, so we had to get this topic in.
Yeah.
And I know, Dreadpool knows tech stuff too. And Paul, his chair is a technology masterpiece as well when we put some nitro boost on it. But I'll go ahead and, let everybody get out of here and say where you can find them and all that stuff. So, Dred's got his screen ready.
That's what
nice.
Paul need to do. Paul need
That's
to get
awesome.
one of those.
I like
Bam!
Boom!
I like damn apples.
Dang.
See it on screen.
That's
All right.
done.
You need that, Paul. You need that.
Yeah, well, then somebody can put it together for me because I'm not good at making screens. We all know that.
Oh, we could get it put together, and we gonna make sure that we have the right icon on there too.
The pineapples, yes.
See,
So
stealing my ideas again.
yeah. So
Imitation is the best form of flattery. Shut up. There you go.
Hot Pocket Paul, you got something going on right now. You need some votes out there. People in the chat, people watching, people on Rumble and wherever else you may be watching, Facebook, all the other services that restream streams to. Hot Pocket Paul is in a contest right now with Hot Pockets. And if you vote for him, you can vote once a day. And it would help him get a nice new setup and help him out at home with everything that he's doing. So, Paul, tell us a little bit about this, and then where can people find you?
Basically, they put out a call. They want a Hot Pocket brand ambassador. And I do know about being an ambassador already, thanks to the other program I'm involved in. But they put out a call. They want to know what's different that we bring to the community. What's our focus? What makes us different than the other streamers out there? And so, of course, I talked about accessibility, being a disabled gamer, and I had to do all this in 2 minutes really quick, to give them an idea. And I made the top 10, and only 9 of us are actually in the running at this point. And not only does this give me new equipment, which is cool, but it also, on the back end, because of what they're going to have me do, I get paid on the back end, which will get me out of debt. And that's the big drive for me, because once I'm out of debt, I can afford to live a better life than I am right now. I can afford to eat every day, which, you might think, well, he's just saying that. No, I'm not just saying that. That by the end of the month, every month, I have issues. I don't talk about it a lot openly because who wants to hear about my problems? But this will help that. So that's all I'm asking. And all it takes from you is to vote every day for today and the following 3 days. And hopefully I get enough votes to win. Not just vote, share it out, ask your communities to help out. Because the greater community beyond myself is a much bigger thing. And hopefully we can get enough votes to, just help me out. As pitiful as that may sound. Can you get the link up there? I am having trouble copying and pasting.
I already did.
Okay, cool. Also, follow me on Twitter, CerebralPaul1. I'm reminding people 2 to 3 times a day to vote. It's kind of getting annoying, I'm sure, but I also post my normal goofy stuff. And I've been streaming, of course, on my Twitter, Cerebral Paul, my YouTube, Cerebral Paul. And I also stream on the Xbox Ambassador channel, though this contest, I can't really talk about it there. So if you want information about this, you have to come to probably my Twitter to get information about this. So, but follow me everywhere. I try to have fun when I stream and try to be informative when I talk about accessibility, like I did with Deathloop last week. Had a very good stream with that. So yeah, join me where you can. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Nice. All right. So PK, where can people find the most electro man in all YouTube land?
Oh,
I
can we mute him when he does that? We need like an auto mute when he.
No. Let's go.
I'll be here on Portuguese TV every week and Dragon's Day on Saturday. And definitely find me on Twitter. Hit me up, PKX Live, and we can chop it up, play some games.
Right. Rogue Company. He's a huge Rogue Company fan. So if anybody listening likes Rogue Company, That's his jam. He's good. Dreadpool, I know you put up your links, but what do you got going on, and where can people find you?
Yes, so for the audio podcast people, I have a screen. You might want to look at it on the actual video side, but yeah, everywhere is pretty much Dreadpool, and sometimes the O's are actually zeros. So depending on where you're at, just check it out. Linktree has all the links to everything: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Hoover. Game and Beyond the Box on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Breakfast with Boom on Fridays at 10 a.m. And then obviously we do Breaking Bread, which is on all the podcasts. And I'm trying to bring it in onto the YouTube side with the 360 video. You and I, Carlo, have already done one, but I'm having some issues updating the video so I can actually bring it live. But I got to thank everybody in the chat for stopping in and hanging out with us. Thank you guys to the panel for letting me pull a Sean Layden and slide in through the back door and hang out with you. If you don't understand the reference, start at the beginning and watch through. So yet again, thank you guys for hanging out or let me hang out with you. But much appreciated. So y'all have a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always fun. Conventions and stuff, Dreadpool, when we do them. I will be at that Halloween one this weekend in Tampa. Unfortunately, some of those creep up and you don't realize to apply for press passes, so I gotta pay at the door. But hopefully, get some good stuff there. Infinite, man, Infinite, you made it through this episode. I love you, brother.
Hey, 2 shows in a row, homie. Look at that.
Yeah. Where can people find you, man?
Guys, catch me on Twitter, and that's ENFIN3T. And then here, obviously, every Tuesday or every Thursday, and Tuesdays at 7. Catch me on Rich Renegades.
Nice. All right, everybody. Well, you can always find me on 4GQ TV. We have some interviews coming up. Just gotta get everything worked out, scheduled. We're gonna get back with the Marvel shows with Hot Pocket Paul. We got to catch up on She-Hulk, and we got to catch up on maybe do some Lord of the Rings and other stuff out there. But everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. People on Rumble, people on YouTube, people on Facebook, people on Twitch, wherever you're watching this from. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your night.